Hello icons, welcome back to the Unit of Inquiry class. In the last class, we started with big idea of Science 3 and understood what it says. Let's have a quick recap of what we discussed. So, big idea 3 says, changing the movement of an object requires a net force acting on it. So we have seen and understood that to change the movement of any object, we need to apply some kind of force on it, right? And we discussed two forces which we commonly use in our daily lives. What are those? Yes, push force and pull force. Push makes things move away from us, and pull force brings things closer to us. Then we have seen what forces can do. We came to know that force can change the movement of an object. Force can increase or decrease the speed of an object. Force can stop a moving object. And force also can change the size and shape of an object, right? And we know that heavier and stronger objects require more force to move, change their shape or size, whereas lighter objects require less force. So, what did you actually understand from all of this? We have actually seen how forces work. That means we have actually seen how these forces function. We understood what is the function of push force, right? What is the function of push force? Yes, push force moves objects away from us. Then what is the function of pull force? Pull force brings objects closer to us, right? So, we have actually learned how these forces work or how these forces function. And this is what is our second line of inquiry. So, the second line of inquiry of this theme is how forces work. Through this line of inquiry, we will be learning about the function of different forces we use on a daily basis, which we already started doing, right? Since we have already seen the function of two forms of forces, that is push and pull under big idea 3, now let's talk about one more form of force and its function. Let's talk about friction. Friction is the force between surfaces of two objects which resists motion. Resists means prevents or reduces. Motion means movement. Okay, let me explain it to you. Before we go further, let me ask you a question. Did you ever slip and fall on a wet floor at your house or at some other place? If not you, you might have seen someone slipping and falling on a wet floor, right? We do walk on the same floor daily at our houses. But do we slip and fall every day? No, right? But why did we slip when the floor was wet? And why didn't we slip when the floor was normal? You know, this is all because of friction. As I told you before, friction resists motion or movement. The friction between the normal floor and our feet is more when compared to the friction between the wet floor and our feet. Okay, when the friction is more, we do not slip and fall. But when the friction is less, we may slip easily. So if you have slipped or fallen down any time, it means friction was less in between the surface of your feet and the surface of the floor. Okay. Now let's see what friction can do or what is the function of friction. Okay. Frictional force acts on the surface of the objects and reduces movement between surfaces. And friction also helps in gripping things. More the friction, more is the grip. Less friction causes things to slip. Okay. I hope you understood what is the function of friction now. I have one more thing to share. Okay. In Big Idea 2, we have seen different forms of forces, right? Like gravity, magnetism, sound, and light. What are these forces called? Yes, non-contact forces. Since these forces affect objects without touching, these are called non-contact forces. Okay, and the forms of forces which we are learning under Big Idea 3, that is push, pull, or frictional force. Okay, these forces are called contact forces. Okay, as they require contact or touch. Okay, to affect an object, these forces are called contact forces. If we need to push or pull some object, we need to touch it, right? Okay, and since friction happens only between two surfaces of two objects, it is also a contact force. Okay, so push, pull and friction are called contact forces. I hope now you know what contact forces and non-contact forces are. Okay, let's stop here for today and reflect upon what we learned. Okay, so your learning engagement is a key learning on the new force which we learned today, that is friction. So in your UI journal, put today's date, write today's day, and then put the heading as key learning. Okay, so read out the key learning, reflect again, and write the key learning given here in your journal. Okay, so that's all for today, cons.